DEUCES WILD, motherfuckers!
Right back at you with the double flippies.
Hey, man, speaking of double flippies, if you want a signature double flippy, go to ericbyrnes.com. It's a smiling stick figure with the double bird. I don't know where the camera is, but there he is. It's not a fuck you to the world, guys. It's really just a hello, get the fuck out of my way. I'm doing great things with my life, and you could go live your miserable life. So it's just a little reminder to keep charging, keep smiling, and I don't know. That's about it. It's real great to see you, dude. Your background looks amazing with all those dead animals.
Dude, welcome to the Double Deuce Ranch. Josh, Tommy Luke, and Big Mike will be here in a few more weeks. We're up here, believe it or not, doing a alumni baseball game for Mississippi State. It's going to be all athletes from 05 to 25, and I am the manager of one of the teams, and the other manager is Rafael Palmero. So in Mississippi State lore, we were Thunder and Lightning, and it didn't matter. I mean, I don't know if I was Thunder, he was Lightning, vice versa, whatever. But now that we've I guess you want to say, picked our teams, I am Team Thunder, he's Team Lightning, and I got some pretty damn good players on my team. I mean, I got Jake Mangum, center fielder, major leaguer. Excuse me. I got Adam Frazier, current big leaguer, and then also Mitch Moreland, who had a fabulous career with a lot of teams, especially the Texas Rangers. And so, we're gonna have a good time up here, and I'm spending the nights here at the ranch, and then easing on up to Starkville, which is 45 minutes up the road.
So, Thrill, I went to Starkville last year, and it was hands down the best college baseball stadium that I've ever seen. Holy
Dude,
shit, they've done a great job with that place.
Dude, unfreaking believable. I mean, and I tell everybody the same thing. I'm like, hey, look, the one thing about Mississippi State is baseball is king. All right, we're in the SEC. Don't get me wrong. Football. They do their thing. Basketball do their thing, but baseball, perennial. We've been a powerhouse, and we got a new coach this year, Mike O'Connor. Brian O'Connor. I'm sorry. Brian O'Connor came from Virginia, and so he's taking over the program here. And then on top of that, we got this alumni game. We got a lot of studs coming back, to campus, and there's a lot of positive things that are going around Mississippi State this weekend.
Yeah, dude, they actually just signed this kid recently, too. He's actually reclassed up, which was pretty cool, to, I think, the 2026 class. So I guess it'd be the class of next year. This catcher that's an absolute stud. I'll send you the video. Someone sent it to me the other day, and he did this whole announcement sort of thing, and he unveiled where he was going, and it was Mississippi State. Baseball in
Nice.
Mississippi, like, dude, we ran in. I was just coaching out at the Perfect Game National All-State Games. I coached one of the California teams. We had two teams, and ironically, we ended up taking down. We both took down the different brackets, which was pretty cool. But Mississippi was there, and they had a team. And damn, man, there's some fucking donkeys coming out of that state. Those boys were big.
Hey, not too many small ass rednecks down here. There's some big ass rednecks down there. But to have the experience that the California kids have, it's a little different. But at the same time, as you well know, I mean, once you take that next step, hey, look, I got to man up. It doesn't matter whether he's playing in California, playing in Illinois, playing in New York, wherever. I got to man up, and I gotta go up against him. And you're seeing that in Colton, those kids. Now you're going to start seeing it more and more in professional ball, because down south is where all of the games are played. I mean, like the big games. And,
Mhm.
look, don't get me wrong. I love UCLA, SC, Berkeley, Stanford. But I mean, dude, when you go to a game, you get 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 people, and then you go to an SEC game and they're drawing 17,000. They're drawing 10,000 for a weekday nobody game.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wait a second. This is a different animal right here.
It's different. It's different. We're not drawing 3, 4, 5,000. We're drawing 3, 4, 500. And the allure of going to play at a UCLA is the fact that it's fucking UCLA. You get to go to a really good educational school. You get to go to an athletic school with a storied program. You get to be in Los Angeles, in Hollywood, in the midst of all of it. Beautiful campus in Westwood. But the bottom line is we don't have the crowd that they have at Mississippi State, and it's not even close, at LSU, and it's not even close, at Ole Miss, and it's not even close, and that's okay. I think
Yeah.
there's two different things. It's funny because Colton and I talk about this a lot. I actually talk about it a lot with all of our kids. They're 14, man. A lot of these kids, most of them are in eighth grade now. We have a few freshmen, though, right? And we just had our first LTP kid, who was a sophomore, commit to Cal Poly.
Oh,
Jackson
nice.
Clymer.
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll
Nice.
give little Jackson a round of applause. It's pretty cool. And he had apparently offers from Cal. Mike Dew, good buddy of mine, runs the program over there. They're now in the ACC, which makes for pretty difficult travel, obviously, for baseball. And I know Jackson is from Fresno, so I know he was in contact with Fresno State, and I'm pretty sure they offered him as well. But look, dude, the bottom line is this. If you have an opportunity to go to an SEC school, a school like Mississippi State, a school like LSU, a school like Ole Miss, a school like Georgia, in my opinion, that'd be really tough to turn that down.
Totally
Vanderbilt,
agree.
the
Totally
creme de
agree.
la creme when it comes to academics and baseball. And Tim Corbin, man, what a great job he's done over there. So the tides have definitely turned a little bit because I would have told you 20 years ago for sure when I was going through all of this, those who went to the South from California were typically the JC guys,
Yeah.
right? The guys
Yeah.
that would go to junior college, and so they would bring them in. These guys would be ready to play. They were good players. But if you were signing out of high school and you lived in California, you were going to UCLA, USC were the top two choices. If you were smart enough, you could get it. You would have an opportunity to potentially go to Stanford. Cal was, I would say, second tier to those. And then there was the one place on the West Coast that actually does draw fans thrill is Arizona State. And I'm not sure how they do now, but back in the day, yeah, they would have 5,000 people, 3 to 5,000 people at every game, which is pretty sweet.
I got you. I got you. Hey, by the way, while we're yickety yakking, hello, Miss Tara Byrnes, and
Hi, honey.
I haven't hunted on horseback in 25 years, and now with two fake hips and a fake knee, ain't happening. So I like walking my ass around. That's first off. Second off, I totally agree with what you're saying. EB. Um, for me personally, I enjoyed playing guys from different parts of the country because everybody had their like strengths and weaknesses. In the South, put it this way. I mean, when I was coming up, it was more of a power game. It's like walks and knocks and 3-run homers kind of shit. And then you would play against a West Coast team, and it was more hit and run, stealing, finesse, that kind of thing. But things have changed, in today's game. Um, for me personally, I love seeing the big schools with a storied past having success. Your UCLA's, your SC's, your Arizona States. I love seeing that. And when they get boat run, I don't like that. I mean, they're too good of school. They're too good of a baseball, tradition to not, be competitive every year.
Yeah. So UCLA went to the College World Series last year.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
are led actually by a guy by the name of Rock Chalowski, who could be the number one pick in the draft coming up. I met him at a big perfect game event that I did a whole thing on the mic, an MC thing, spoke to the boys and then broadcasted the perfect game All American game the next day. But Rock was there. And I don't know. It's funny because a guy like that, think about it, he's going to be a top 5 pick unless something crazy happens, right?
yeah.
And with that, you got to believe that every fucking school in the SEC came to him with dollars saying, yo, come out here, come play shortstop for us next season. You're our dude. And here's, I don't know what the number would be, a half a million, a million. I don't know. And instead, Brox has stayed at UCLA. I heard whispers of the fact that he may come from some money, so there's no way to entice that through the dollars and cents. But other kids, you got to believe, Thrill, are chasing the dollars, and the SEC has just done a better job at the NIL money than the West Coast schools.
Without a shadow of a doubt, you hit the nail on the head right there. There are a lot of kids that are chasing that right there. There is, especially in college athletics, because I'm seeing it in the SEC, in the transfer portal, and all that bullshit. There is no more loyalty. You don't sit there and go, I'm Eric Byrnes and I'm going to go to UCLA because I love UCLA. I'm going to stay 3 years. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to get drafted. And then when I go into pro ball, wherever I go, I'm going to bring UCLA with me. There is no more of that shit right there. All right? It is all about the almighty freaking dollar. And for me personally, it turns my stomach. It turns my stomach. I mean, we could go back and name names and where they came from and shit like that, and how they came to LSU or Alabama or wherever and made more money. But for me personally, when I sign my name on the dotted line, that is that's really important to me. I want to represent that school because I said I am committing to you. And you know, these guys now who sit the bench for the first year, and then all of a sudden they say, "See you later," and then they go over to bumfuck Egypt over there and try to make a few more dollars. You know what? You're not an athlete. You're a greedy bastard. That's what you are.
Yeah, Thrill. So it's funny because I've thought long and hard about the opportunity that I had at UCLA, and I had to go in and earn my job. Actually, Gary Adams, who was the head coach at the time, told me, he's like, "Hey, we plan on redshirting you." And I was very upfront with him. I'm like, "Look, if you're not going to give me an opportunity to win the job here, I'm going to leave school.
Yeah.
I'll go to, I'm going to go
Yeah.
to Kenyatta College. If you don't want to give me an opportunity to win the job. Now, if you do give me an opportunity to win the job and I don't win the job, I said, I'm good. I'm here. Whether you want me to redshirt or you want me to be a backup, but this fall, which was the fall of my freshman year, I'm like, Skip, I need a shot, man. So he goes, oh, yeah? He goes, well, if you want that shot, I'll give it to you. You're starting in right field and leading off tomorrow. I'm like, okay. So went out there, hit the first ball I saw at the top of the right center field wall, made a catch later in the game, bam, crashed through the wall, and never looked back, left UCLA as the all-time hits leader 4 years later.
There you go.
It's, for me, and I got a good buddy of mine who his kid, and the kid's a good buddy of mine too. His name's Matt Toomey. And he came from Mammoth High School. Really, like, it's more remote than Truckee, dude. Mountain town. But this kid is so fucking talented, man. So talented. I called Eric, buddy of mine, former big leaguer, played with him at UCLA. I called him his senior year because I'm like, if I don't call and tell you about this kid, I'm not doing my job as a friend. This is big league talent. Comp probably like Cody Bellinger, right? Like 6'3", left-handed, tight swing, sick pop, all of it. Well, long story short, Long Beach State and TJ Bruce took a chance on him. He goes to Long Beach State last year. Long Beach State did not have a great year. They started Matt Toomey in almost all of the games, went through a really tough spot the first half of the season. And then in the second half of the season, what happens? He catches fire. The talent was always there. Boom. Now he's nuking, finishes his freshman year really, really well, goes to summer ball, kills it in summer ball, and now he's a sophomore. I'd be shocked if he's not a top 5 round pick when he's eligible next year. But then the question becomes, and TJ even brought this up to me when I talked to him about Matt, man. He goes, what if these other schools come calling? And I'm like, I'll tell you what, I know his dad really well, and that's a loyal motherfucker. I know Matt Man really well, that's a loyal motherfucker. And unless the opportunity is so outrageous, he's going to stay at Long Beach State, and he
I got
should.
it. I got it. I got it. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Hey, we got kind of off on a tangent,
Of course.
but
It's okay.
yeah, no, I mean, hey, that's how we roll, dude. But what's your thoughts on the freaking series?
The series was one of the best World Series, Thrill, that I've ever seen. This reminds me a little bit of 2011, the Cardinals and the Rangers coming down to basically the last out. There's so many things in the game of baseball that I think we look at and you wonder why we obsess over the details. All these things get swept under the rug during the regular season. And in the postseason, they're fucking magnified. And so here we are.
Boom! Boom! That's what I'm talking about right there.
Thrill,
You hit the freaking nail on the head right there.
right?
That's why I posed that question to you. I wanted to hear your answer, and you hit the fucking nail on the head.
Well, look, man, I've talked long and hard already about the lead from third base. I've talked long and hard already about Barger getting picked off at second base, making the wrong read, not necessarily knowing where the outfielders were exactly. So I want to get your thoughts on the 2025 World Series that saw the Dodgers, your Los Angeles Dodgers, not yours specifically, go back to back.
So, for me personally, I thought that both teams were matched up perfectly. I thought that this was going to go down to game 6, game 7. All right. But as you very eloquently put it, it was a very bad executed World Series. I mean, you talk about, getting doubled off a second. There was a runner, I don't know exactly who it was for Toronto, went into third base standing up. If he'd have slid into third base, he's in there by a mile. Instead, it's a bang bang play, and you gotta appeal it. And I mean, just there was so many things in this World Series where I thought it was terribly executed brand of baseball. And believe it or not, to be totally honest, I mean, I think that the Blue Jays handed the World Series to the Dodgers, and the Dodgers are like, "Hey, you gonna give me 4 outs? I'm gonna beat you. You give me another 4 outs, I'm gonna win the World Series." And that's what happened. And for me personally, when you get to the World Series, you got 7 games. You can't make all these freaking blunders and base running bloopers and highlight reels and all that. That's bullshit. I mean, that's something that a bottom tier team does, not a team like the Blue Jays or the Dodgers.
So, Thrill, I got to ask you, man, because every single postseason, I feel like you and I have come on here within the past, I don't know, 4 years that we've been doing this and
Yeah.
talking ball in our unfiltered, beautiful way. And it seems to me when we talk about the team that either won the World Series or lost the World Series, it comes down to fucking base running.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And that is the thing that you stress the most with the LTP kids, and, they talk about it in spring training every year, every year, no matter who you with, they talk about base running. But then over the course of the season, it's never expounded on. It's never like beat on. Hey, look, you screwed up. Why are you doing this? This is not the time to take the extra base. This is the time to take the extra base. You need to read the ball down. You need to read the ball up. Whatever it might be. Base running gets put by the wayside, and then all of a sudden you get into these big ball games, and base running rears its ugly head, and it's like you're gonna lose because you sucked at base running.
And that's what happened.
Yep.
Ultimately,
Yep.
Thrill.
Yep. I just named 3 plays right there. 3 plays right there that cost the Blue Jays. I mean, one of them's a double play, so that's 2 outs. One of them's a force play at third, is another out. I mean, those kind of things. We should not, at this point of the season, at this point of the playoffs, we shouldn't have to worry about shit like this. But we are, because it gets freaking magnified, and when you do something dumbass, you are called a dumbass. So there you go.
Okay, so Barger gets doubled up off of second base to end game 6. We go to game 7. We're in the bottom of the ninth inning, I believe. Maybe it was
Yep, yep,
the 10th
yep,
or the ninth when Kiner Falefa was on third base.
yep.
And the ground ball is hit. I'm watching this thing live. I'm actually coaching Team California, and I'm back here with these other dads like this. I'm not even watching my game, dude. I'm like, yeah, oh, this shit. Hopefully these kids got it. And I'm watching the World Series, and the ball's hit. And as soon as the ball is hit, I see Rojos kind of go back like this, and then this, and then this. I'm like, there's no fucking chance.
No chance.
He's
No
going to be
chance.
safe.
I would have
And
I
kind of
would have
Falefa's
been
fast.
gone. I'd have been gone as soon as I read that ball down, and me not being a speedster, I'd have been safe. I'd
Beat
have
the
been
ball
safe.
down. On the ground, we got to go. Anything in the air, we're back. Line drives, fly balls, back. On the ground, we got to go. Anticipate contact down. Ready to run. That's it. That's what I tell the boys. That's what I would have told Connor Flaw for that situation. Get as much of a lead as a third baseman is giving us. Third baseman was fucking 10 feet from the base, whatever it was. Connor Floffa looked like he was 3 feet from the fucking base. Scared to get doubled up.
Yep.
Drill,
Yep.
I got to ask you
Yep.
this. Do you think Barger getting doubled up the night before got the third base coach of Toronto scared, and Connor Floffa scared to get double up here in that same situation? Therefore, he didn't take the lead he fucking should have.
Without a shadow of a doubt, I agree with what you just said. Whether it's kind of Falafa or whether it's a third base coach, you cannot let the game before you dictate how you play that game. You have to get your ass off of there. You have to be aggressive. And you got to know, if I score this fucking run, we win the World Series. You know? And on top of that, I mean, just, oh, God almighty. Like, pitching, all right? Look, not my forte. I'm not a pitcher, but I study pitchers, and I study them big time. And you brought up Mr. Rojas with the home run in the ninth inning that tied up the game. All right, how the fuck can you throw a 9-hole hitter that hasn't had a fucking hit in a month? How can you throw him a fucking breaking ball when you're blowing fucking fastballs by him? He's hitting shit up over the dugout. What the fuck are you thinking? Blow a fucking fastball. Trust your fastball and blow it by a fucking 9-hole hitter. And then if you want to pitch around Ohtani, fucking do whatever you want to do. But dude, to throw a fucking hanging slider into his bat speed, oh my fucking God. I would have been livid. Somebody would have been wearing some ass in that fucking dugout.
Dude, so I saw Rojas the night before take a swing at a fastball that basically almost hit him in the face. Is
Yeah. Yeah.
like this. I'm like, oh shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's not dangerous for this. It is dangerous
How
for this
how
guy
about
to be at
this?
home plate right now. He
How
doesn't have a
about this?
chance.
Here, Hoffman's throwing 97, 98. Here, fastball away. Here, take your best fucking shot, and you haven't had a fucking hit in a month. Try to hit this motherfucker out of center field or right center. Good luck. Hang with him. Instead, you throw a fucking breaking ball into his bat speed. What the fuck are you doing?
No
There
idea,
you go.
man. Yeah,
That is a
that was big.
major league hitter dissecting why the fuck I got a pitch to hit. You know? And Rojas is
Do I
like,
know? Yeah, I
woo!
fucking know.
I got one, I got one. You
So
should
when
have never
people,
even been on the fucking face of the planet. You should have blown your doors off.
I didn't see the Rojas homer, and then when, of course, we're from California, so we have a lot of Southern California kids on the team and Southern California parents, so they're watching the Dodgers game as they're watching their own kids play on the field, and there's this eruption amongst our fans when Rojas hit the home run.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, what happened? They're like, home run. I'm like, sweet, who? Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, did Mookie Betts finally run into one? Who hit it? They go, Rojas. And I told you the night before, I saw his approach at the plate, and I actually scratched my head and thought to myself, how the fuck is he in the lineup? He has no chance at the dish. Swinging at a fastball that was just here that I thought was going to hit him between the eyes. It was wild, man. And sure enough, hangs a breaking ball. He hits a homer. And you're right. I don't want to say it's not like they didn't want it or anything else. They obviously wanted it. It's just you can't make mistakes in that situation. Another thing that I heard today, and I want to get your thoughts on this.
All right, wait. Before you go into that, Austin just jumped in the chat room. He brought up a great point. And if I ever got in front of him, I'm going to ask this question. All right. Vladdy is up there, and it's 3-0. And it is so easy to see from anybody's standpoint that they're pitching around him. Okay, fine. All right. He swings at a 3-0 freaking changeup and flies out to center field, right center, wherever the fuck it was, right? And I'm like, first, I'm just sitting there and I'm shaking my head and I'm like, you got to know they're pitching around you. They do not want to face you. You're the hottest guy on Toronto. Why swing at a 3-0 changeup? Take your ass down to first base, take your walk, all right? And then you put pressure on them because now the pitcher's got to throw out the stretch, and he might not be the same pitcher out the stretch that he is out the windup. That's first off. Second off, you have to trust the guy behind you. Bo Bichette. He just went 3-run yakko taco. All right? Fucking give him another shot to fucking do some damage, motherfucker. Instead of fucking 3-0 changeup. Changeup of all pitches. The fucking hardest pitch to hit on the face of the planet is a fucking changeup. And you're swinging at that motherfucker and the routine fly ball and you cost your team an out. And I'm like, oh my God, where has the fucking thought process of the game gone? It's fucking gone. That's where it's gone.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what Vladdy was thinking.
I
A
don't give a fuck
3-0
what he's
changeup,
thinking.
Scott.
I
That's a
don't give a
tough pitch.
fuck what he's thinking. Guess what? Fuck you. That is not being a good teammate. That is not being a good teammate. This motherfucker just went 30 rows deep on a fucking pitch the last at bat. Guess what, motherfucker? You're pitching around me. I'm going to get the fuck on for him again, and he's going to tank your ass again. That's how you fucking become a good teammate. And you talk about shit like that.
Do you? Yeah, but
This
Thrill.
shit fucking pisses me off so much. It fucking pisses me off. That's the part of this fucking game right now that pisses me off. Is you do not trust your fucking teammates. You're like, I'm the only one that can fucking drive in and run. Fuck you, motherfucker. The rest of these bastards are fucking big leaguers too. They can fucking drive in and run just like you can. And guess what? His daddy is a fucking major leaguer just like your motherfucking daddy is. That shit pisses me off.
Do you think though that he was sitting fastball and he sees the ball come out? It looks like a fastball, changeup, right?
I don't fucking know. I mean, put it this way. If somebody's pitching around me, the last thing I'm looking for is a fastball.
Yeah.
If you're pitching around me, the last thing I'm looking for is fastball. And so guess what? If it's an off-speed pitch, I'm like, oh, that's an off-speed pitch because I know he's pitching around me. But I'm going to take it. I'm going to make him throw more pitches to get me out to fucking set up my teammate behind me.
All right. So Vladdy was en fuego the entire postseason.
Yep.
Another guy that was hot as could be was Ernie Clement. He broke a long-standing record of 30 hits in the postseason. It's fucking incredible to think about. The other guy that swung the bat really, really well was Barger. Now, Barger and Clement were hitting 7-8. And I heard an argument today saying that had they moved the two of them up and paired them up with Vladdy towards the front of the lineup, like they potentially should have. You want guys stacking hits together. Stacking hits together means fucking runs. Where are you on lineup construction? Because if you ask me, I've always kind of been the one that's like, well, I don't think it matters that much. If this guy can hit and this guy can hit and this guy, whatever. But I'm putting together lineups with some really good kids that I feel like can hit 1 to 11. It's, we have an 11-person lineup of the teams I coach. But lineup construction, the more you think about it, it's fucking huge, man. Did this affect the Blue Jays winning the World Series?
All right. So my thoughts on it are you always stack your lineup to where it is tougher 1 through 9. Okay? So with Clement and with Barger being hot, you move them up in the lineup. Okay? Then you complement Vlad, you complement Bichette, you complement those guys, and like 1 through 5, 1 through 6 are a much tougher lineup than 1 through 5 or 6, and he's not hot. He's not hot. I can pitch around him to get to him. I can pitch around him to get to him. You want the guys that are hot to be back to back to back to back to back, and then get those big innings going.
Yeah, so it would have taken moving like Varshu down, right? Like
Yeah, no,
it,
I mean,
like
to
it
be
would have
totally
taken some
honest,
things that like veteran guys that have done really
hey,
well for you.
hey, guess what? I love Varsho. I'll give him tip of the cap, all that sort of shit. Dude, you fucking hitting 086. All right, your ass is fucking gone. We're moving Barger and
And
the
it's not
other
personal.
Clement up. And guess what? Fucking Clement set some fucking record, with the postseason and shit like that. He deserves to be in the middle of the lineup. If I know that this motherfucker's going to be 2 for 3 or 3 for 4 every night because he's setting this fucking record, motherfucker, you're going to be hitting 2 or 3 and you're setting up Vladdy, who's our big guy.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. And it's not personal. And it's also short term.
No.
Like we're going with the hottest guy right now. And
Yes.
if anything else,
Yes.
if it's Varshu and you're moving him down, it's a little less pressure. It's like, all right, I'm now hitting 7 hole, no big deal. All right, here we go. And like, this is a really good player. We all know he's a really good player. But if this guy's hot as fuck, we gotta move him up.
All right, here's one for you. Here's one for you coming from the thrill. All right, so I go over to Texas. I'm hitting 3, fucking raking right along. All right, doing my thing. I'm hitting in front of Juan Gonzalez. I'm hitting 310, 320, whatever. Right? Rusty Greer comes along. All right, younger than me, faster than me, is going to hit 300, that kind of thing. Johnny Oates comes up to me and goes, "Hey, would you mind if you move from 3 to 5?" And I go, "Explain it to me." He explains it to me, just exactly what I just said right there. And I go, "I don't mind one fucking bit." And the reason that I said that is because in 1993, I hit 3, Matt hit 4, Barry hit 5. He was a fucking MVP that year, drove in all the fucking runs. And he even came up to me in the back of the bus or the back of the plane, and he said, "Thrill." He goes, "5 is where the RBIs are, brother." And then guess what? I had a pretty good year that year. The next year I drove in 123, hitting in the 5 slot. And most people would say, "Oh, that's a fucking demotion." No, it's not a demotion. Not if you look at it the right freaking way, and you're going to be, "Hey, I'm going to be coming up here with a lot of fucking runners in score position, and I got to do my job." I do my job, I drive in a fucking boatload of runs. There you go.
That is the truth. All right, so the Dodgers ultimately win the World Series. Will Smith, the home run in extra innings. That guy, a consummate professional. Reminds me a lot of Buster Posey, actually.
Yeah, yeah,
Doesn't he?
yeah. He's kind of the, yeah, he'll get fired up and stuff like that, but he's kind of the Dodgers Buster Posey, like the quiet leader, and just does what he does on offense, and then freaking takes care of the pitching staff. And there's a reason why he signed, what was it, $180 million deal, and he's worth it. I mean, he's worth every fucking penny. He got them that World Series right there.
I remember when he signed the deal, it definitely was for triple digits. And I think it was like a 10-year contract. And you and I, we talked about it. And I remember saying that I think this is a significant sign for the Los Angeles Dodgers just based on the fact that he's a fucking rock back there. He's
Yeah,
a really good right-handed hitter. And on top of that, he just has this way with the pitching staff that is phenomenal. So he becomes, say, the World Series hero. It's funny because we don't even, we haven't, and even the public hasn't talked that much about that. Everyone's been so focused on Toronto and how they lost it, as opposed to the Dodgers and how they won it. You've got to give the Dodgers credit, Thrill, for the tenacity that they had going back to Toronto in that atmosphere for game 6 and game 7, and then finding a fucking way in both games that you could make a very good argument they should have lost to pull off the wins. One play that stands out in particular was the ball that our guy Yuri Clement hit. And Paez comes running after it. Kike is going after it. Kike
and
took a shitty route.
Kike is like going down, and it's over his head and shit like that.
Bro, shitty route. He took a bad route on that. He was like this, and then it was back here, and he was gonna have to make
Yeah,
I call it a 50-50 catch.
yeah,
Maybe he gets it, maybe he doesn't. Had Paez not come over and just say, I got this, motherfucker.
yeah,
Phew.
yeah.
And he hits Kike
That
first.
was almost like a highlight of like the Willie Mays play going over the top of Bobby Bonds. That kind of shit.
Thrill, I can make an argument, given the situation. Bottom of the ninth inning, game 7 of a World Series, that this was one of the greatest catches of all time. He made contact
Yeah,
with Paez first
yeah,
and was like, boom, but watch his glove in the video is like, doesn't even move. It was so fucking impressive. And I love that. I really do. I just love the fucking motherfucker that's going to say, I'm going to take charge right now. I'm the goddamn center fielder.
hey, I'm with you. I'm with you. And guess what? When you and I are talking about this right here, you know, it is the Dodgers executed better than the Blue Jays at the end of a ball game, and that's why the Dodgers are world champions.
I felt like they got runners on second. They moved him to third. They got runners on third. They got him in. One of the guys that did it was the guy we were just talking about was Kike Hernandez. And Josh Donaldson came on last week, Thrill, when you weren't here. And we were talking about Kike Hernandez. And he comes up in a big spot and he gets like an elevated fastball and just stays on top of it. Fly ball, right center field, gets the guy in. This guy's a motherfucking winner, man. He's a winner. And that's what winners and that's what winning teams figure out how to do. All of the little shit.
Yep, yep, I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. And then here's another thing. How about I mean, we talk about hitting all the time and talk about base running and stuff like that. How about Mr. Yamamoto all of a sudden fucking overdrive, finding another drive, and he took advantage of so many aggressive dudes. And I'm like, I hate to say it because, I faced Mike Scott and all of the guys that threw the split finger back in the day. But I'm like, Here comes the split. Boom. Here comes the split. Boom. I'm like, how can you not just like guess along with him? I mean, he's got it going on, and you guys keep swinging at it. He's going to keep throwing it. And but to his credit, I mean, he freaking manned up when the Dodgers needed him to man up. He didn't throw one game; he threw like 3 games out of 4 or something like that. And I'm like, dude, you deserve the MVP. Hell yeah, you do.
What does that say about the way we coddle arms these days? We're
Oh
in a day and
God.
age where we have
Oh.
pussified pitchers pitching so fucking much. And here's a guy that comes in, is like, give me the fucking ball.
Yeah.
This is what we do. This is what we've been doing for years in Japan, man. I don't know. I'm throwing a fucking baseball. I'm not thinking about it much. We used to do that here in the United States. Guess what? And we never had Tommy John surgeries.
Never.
Guys actually fucking pitched and threw over and over and over and over and over again. Thrill. I mean, I knew that had to warm your heart.
It did warm my heart because, I mean, watching him go out there, 3 out of 4 games, whatever it was like watching like Gaylord or
Yeah.
Sandy Koufax or Don Drysdale or Juan Marichal. They didn't fucking make excuses. They like, give me the ball. This is the fucking biggest part of the World Series. Give me the freaking ball. I'll take the freaking ball. Now guys are like, I can't throw, but every third day, and dude, that's bullshit. That's why that son of a gun is running around with an MVP on his freaking chest. It's because he manned the fuck up. And those kind of guys right there, I'll take them on my team any day of the fucking week. Any day of the week. You man up like that, partner, you okay in my book.
100%, man. The 3 plays that I believe that are going to stand out with me from this World Series are the Pajas play in center field that we talked about,
Yeah.
the Rojos play going home to nail Connor Floffa and the dog shit lead off third base. And I'm not blaming Connor Floffa. It's not even a blame thing on anybody. It's just you can't play soft in that situation. You can't play to the point where you think that, oh, I need to protect myself against doubled up. You got to fight for the fucking inch, man. And then the third one is Yamamoto doing what he did on the mound all fucking series. That I'll
Also,
never forget. I'll never forget it. Never forget it.
he saw something. I don't know what it was. I don't know what part of the scouting report it was. He saw something where he said, "These bastards can't hit a split finger," and he was like, "Boom, boom, boom, boom," and he never gave in. He just kept throwing that fucker, and every now and then he'd throw one for a strike, and he'd throw one right out the zone, and it was like watching man against boys. It was. I mean, for me personally, being a hitter from back in the day and watching what I would have been looking for, it was like, oh my god, these guys! Let me go over here and beat my head against the wall because that's what it was like watching.
The ones that were tough to watch were the ones that were never a strike. It's like they're starting at the bottom of the zone, the very tip bottom, and then they're breaking in the dirt. It's just like what are we doing? Like that was
Uh,
never a strike, right?
Hey, let
It,
me let me get off of this subject because I don't know. Nicole and Jason just came on and said, we're lucky to be watching this era of baseball. Okay, fine. All right, that's what y'all are thinking. All right, why would you want Shohei Ohtani or Kyle Schwarber, who are guys that are going to hit 50 fucking homers every year. Why do you want these fuckers leading off and hitting solo homers?
I don't. It doesn't make sense to me.
And that's where I'm going with this. It's like, in my era, I wanted these bitches in the middle of the lineup to hit 3-run homers and 2-run homers and have guys setting up the Shoheis and the Schwarbers. So when they came up to home plate, it put more pressure on the pitcher. And now when I hit the freaking homer, it ain't a solo jobby. It's a freaking 2-run, 3-run shot. Oh, look at Trey Clark.
What's up, Trey?
Hey, Trey Clark.
Hey.
What's happening? What's happening with EB right there?
How you doing, Mr. Byrnes?
Trey, I'm fantastic, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
What do you think about that World Series, man?
Strategy.
Strategy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trey,
Hey,
give me
look.
your thoughts on the World Series real quick.
Oh my gosh, it was epic. I mean,
It was,
Epic.
wasn't it?
Yeah. Yes, and that third game took forever. I mean,
Was it 18 innings?
18 innings.
18
I
innings.
wanted it to go 21 or 19, but
Oh, I wanted it to go all
I
fucking
had
night,
work
man.
the next day.
Yeah. Trey had work. He had to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about.
And I bet people who were gonna go to work that next day, they were tired as well.
Yeah, they were like hungover almost.
Oh my gosh.
You think?
Yeah.
How fun was that, though, huh?
Oh, so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, you look back upon all the shit that when there was so much action in the first 9 innings, there was fucking nothing after. You get in that mode thrill that like everyone's trying to end it. You've seen that before.
Oh yeah. Everybody's taking that swing like it's ride or die type of shit instead of, hey, I'm gonna get a base hit. I'm gonna hit it the other way, and I'm gonna get on. We're gonna put pressure on the infield and stuff like that. They can't pull a shift on us, all that bullshit. But
Yeah.
instead, no, everybody's trying to go Jimmy Jack, and most of the people that are trying to go Jimmy Jack can't go Jimmy Jack. So there you go.
No. Well, whenever you try to go fucking Jimmy Jack, it doesn't work.
Yep, no, you're right. You're right.
Are you guys gonna be hunting out there?
Oh yes, we are.
Go kill some hogs?
We're working on it.
Yes, we are.
Yep. Trey saw a nice buck this morning or this afternoon, and some turkeys, and I saw 2 deer. So
Fuck yeah, man.
there we
Do
go.
you guys go up in tree stands or
Nah,
just
it's a big box.
scour the property?
Yeah, we got all kinds of crap going on, but this afternoon we sat in some box stands, so we were comfortable, right?
Yes, we were.
What's a box stand?
Exactly what it is. It's a box. It's 4x6, and
So you can put your rifle like leaning up against the thing.
yeah,
That helps
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Okay.
yep.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's my man. He takes care of me. He tells me where I'm going.
Right. Yes, sir.
Man, there you go.
I did.
Sweet, man. I love
Hey,
it.
no, seriously. I mean, we got kind of off subject. Trey knows though because Trey and I talk about it. I mean, we talk baseball strategy all the time, and I mean, some of the stuff that we were just talking about just now is like, dude, that's old school stuff. It's like you got a base hit. So like, let's say Trey goes up there and gets a base hit. All right. Trey is setting up the number 2 slot. Number 2 slot bunts him over, hits and runs. Now you got to deal with 3, 4, 5. Now you got to deal with me, Matt, Barry, or me,
Yeah.
Mitchell, Matt. In order to drive that run in or runs in. And, now watching guys trying to get a bunt down, it's like painstaking. It's
Yeah.
like, this is the situation to bunt right here. And how many freaking bunts do you see popped up and shit? It's like, Oh my God. All you gotta do is get on top of the fucker and get it on the ground. And guess what? You're gonna be part of the fucking lore of whatever team you are. But that's what it is.
Yeah, the thing about the lineup construction that you're talking about earlier, it doesn't make sense that you would take a guy that's going to hit 50 home runs and put him fucking first. Like,
Yeah.
what? Why? It's not like you're hiding him, right? It's not like they're trying to get ahead of him and they're not going to throw breaking balls or anything else. Like, let that motherfucker hit with runners on base. Isn't
So
that what
so
leads
now
to?
so now here's the thing. Check this one out. All right. So let's just say we use Otani and then Schwarber for examples. Okay. All right. And this would be the perfect example. Would be you hit both of them three. All
Yeah,
right.
where I would
So
hit both of them.
so Dave Roberts and Thompson, they're gonna try to figure out who's going to hit 1 and 2 and get on for 3, 4, 5. Okay? They're afraid of Schwarber. They're afraid of Otani. Not only are they going to hit their share of homers, driving a lot of runs, but they're scared of them. They're going to get a lot of walks. They're going to they're going to set up 4, 5, 6, who are
Yeah,
generally your best hitters, you know, in on the teams. 3, 4, 5, 6.
yeah,
Those are your best hitters. Why do you hit guys who are going to hit 50 fucking homers? Why are you going to hit those guys lead off and have 8, 9 coming back through them and oh shit, maybe they can get on for Otani when he comes up and he doesn't hit a solo shot, or Schwarber so he doesn't hit a solo shot. Fucking put him in the middle of the lineup. Why are you guys scared of hitting in the middle of the lineup? What
yeah. I
what's
have
the
no idea.
problem?
I don't buy into that theory. I typically hit what I think is our best hitter third, and I hit guys like 1, 2 are two of our best hitters that I know are going to get on base that are fast. I like pressuring speed at
Totally agree.
at the top of the
Totally
order.
agree.
And then
Totally
I
agree.
I get into my sluggers, the guys that might not run as well, that may have more swing and miss in their game, and they're my 4, 5, 6. Um, and then we have 7, 8 are you know, still good hitters. Maybe a little combination of both. And then 9 is my double cleanup leadoff. I am very
Yeah.
strategic about who I put at 9 because I need that motherfucker getting on base for the top because the top's good, really good. So when we're going to flip a lineup over, and in youth baseball, a lot of times we hit 11. So that 9 would actually be 11. And I might have hit that guy, say, 8, but instead, I'm going to hit him 11 because I believe in his ability to get on base for our top. So it's interesting. I'm going to think a lot more about lineup construction because I do think it's important.
I think that lineup construction is very important, and why you're putting your premier power hitter, premier star in a leadoff position, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Somebody has got to talk to me and convince me as to why. I mean, I want
It's a little league theory that that guy, like,
I
if he's your
want
best
Otani.
hitter, you want to.
If Otani's going to hit 50 homers, if he's going to hit 50 homers, if he was in the middle of the lineup, he'd drive in 140, 150. That's what a fucking middle of the lineup guy does. When he hits a homer, it's a 2-run, 3-run shot, not a solo shot. Schwarber, the
So,
same thing. Schwarber, the same thing. I do not get it.
all right, if Otani was getting the little league treatment, basically like he was when he got on base all 9 times, right? He ended up, what, 4 for 4, walked 5 times, 4 of those intentionally. In that case, yeah, just throw him first. but that's not the everyday case with him. That kind of was a little bit of an aberration. Don't get me wrong; he's still the best Dodgers hitter. He's the best Dodgers player. Uh, I could see Ohtani hitting first. The Schwarber thing made no sense, and I actually think they moved him at some point. But yeah, it's become a fad. It goes in and out. Thrill. I got to be downstairs in 2 minutes. I told Miss Tara that I would be there 7:15 for the family dinner. I have a big question for you here. The
All right,
San
wait a
Fran-
second. Wait. Trey Clark was just in here just now. You guys saw him. All right. Per No Filter Network. From Trey Clark, it says Bruce Bochy has reportedly reunited with the Giants as a special assistant per The Athletic. Bochy managed San Francisco for 13 years, blah, 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 blah. So, as of right now, per Trey Clark, who was just in here a second ago, maybe Bruce Bochy's coming back and gonna help out a little Buster and help out a little Tony Vitello.
well, let's talk Tony Vitello because the last time we were on, we were both debating whether or not Tony Vitello would leave the University of Tennessee to manage the San Francisco Giants. Well, he fucking did it, man. He is in San Francisco. We got a good one. Your thoughts on Tony Vitello becoming the next manager of the Gigantes?
So I talked to Zach Manassi, the general manager, and just wanted to know the whole process. He gave me kind of the blow by blow of kind of what went down, and I completely get it. But then I asked him for Vitello's contact because I wanted to welcome him to the organization. And Tony, thank you so much. He called me back within 45 minutes, and we had just a nice 20-minute conversation. I welcomed him to the organization, and basically said that, hey, look, you got a lot of baseball knowledge around you. Don't be afraid to use it. Don't be afraid to ask questions. The college game is completely different than the pro game. He completely understood it. He said, I'm here to do that, Will. And he said all the right things. So, I know what kind of teams he fielded at UT, and I'm looking forward to seeing what is going to happen in spring training. I will be at spring training this year. I don't have any is in the giddy up like I've had a few years in the past, but I'm really looking forward to see kind of the mentality of how the San Francisco Giants are going to approach the 2026 season.
Well, you got to believe that they're going to be juicy, man, because the one thing that Tony brings is the fucking juice day in and day out. This guy is a leader of men. How is that going to play at the big league level? I know it plays at the college level. He's proven it. He did it over and over, but he's going to be dealing with some egos. He's going to be dealing with some personalities that unfortunately, as you get a little older, you get over some of the rah-rah bullshit. You're playing a 162 game season as opposed to a 62 game season. The strategy, the hands-on stuff is not nearly as much in pro ball as it is in college, where there's a lot of construction and organization, and you have your trick plays and your bump plays and your bunt defense and your pickoffs. And I would love to see him bring a little more of college baseball into the fucking show. I think the show needs more of it.
I want to see more aggressiveness.
Yeah.
Um, you and I both, whether it was me with the Giants, you with the A's and Diamondbacks, we pushed the issue. We put the pressure on the other team. If we couldn't hit the ball out the ballpark that day, we ran. We hit and run. We bunt and run. Whatever it might be. We pushed the pace. I want to see the San Francisco Giants getting back to that aggressiveness. And it's not a knock on Bob Melvin because I love Bob, and he wasn't straddled with much speed. But if you practice it, you practice hitting and running, you practice bunting and running, you practice that shit. Guess what? You can use it in the ball game to help you win games. And I know Tony plays that aggressive style like that, and it'll be interesting to see how he, translates it into the pro game.
Tony, the one thing I'll tell you, and as he knows, he's been doing this shit for a long time. Obsess over the fucking details. That's
Without
what
a
wins
shadow of a doubt,
championships.
without a shadow of a doubt, and that is the reason that you and I have a chance to second guess some of these bullshit plays that we see.
Yeah.
Because if you obsess over those details that you're talking about, I can't second guess you because you made the right choice. The guy made a great play on the other side of the ball, whatever it might be. I cannot second guess you, but I can second guess you when the guys don't practice the shit and they look like a fucking duck out of water.
So the one thing you mentioned earlier is that in spring training, you hammer home base running, right? And it's like
Oh,
this big old thing.
oh,
Base
yes,
running, base running, base running, leads,
yes,
jumps, balls in dirt, all of
yes.
it, reading line drives through, everything. And then you get in the season and you don't do shit. This is a PSA for all major league teams. Don't fucking stop teaching base running from game 1 to 1 fucking 62. Don't stop. Never, ever, 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 ever. Don't stop. Don't. That's it. I love
Couldn't
you.
agree more. Matter of fact, we even talked about it in spring training. Is like we're gonna do some stupid shit. Like what kind of stupid shit? Well, the left fielder's got the ball. He doesn't have a good arm. We're gonna run right in his face.
Yeah.
We mean we're gonna run right in his face. Like force him to
Yep.
throw you out.
100%.
And then all of a sudden that team, that San Francisco Giant team, gets labeled as, hey, you better get on your shit or
Yep.
they're going to take an extra base on you all the time. When Eric Byrnes is up there, you better get on your shit. He's going to take an extra base on you all the time. And it puts the pressure back on the defense.
Yep.
And that's why you just said what you said about spring training. I'm in 1,000% agreement. 1,000% agreement.
That's why the Milwaukee Brewers had success this year.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah.
the little
Yeah.
things. That
Yeah.
was it. Right. All right, bro. I got to go, man. So good to have you back on. You tell me whenever you want to do it. Like, obviously, we're in the off-season mode now. I'm good to go whenever you want to fucking go. Every Tuesday, I'm good for. Everywhere, like, when you tell me what's convenient for you, we come on here, we talk shop, we talk hot stove. We'll get you back in their garage. We go hitting mechanics. We'll
Yeah, we
do it
need
all.
to do
So I'll
that.
follow
We
your
need to
lead.
do that. We need to do that. Let me see. Next week is Tuesday is November 11th. I should be okay.
Okay.
Um, And if we get a nice cool night, I'd love to get back in the cage and let's go over some like mechanical stuff because I'm getting a lot of questions from a lot of dads and
Yeah.
stuff, whereas kids are in their fall workouts and they're wanting to see this, wanting to see that, and you and I can work on just some basic stuff.
I'm fucking in, man. Let's do it. All right. Next Tuesday, it's on, Thrill. Have fun at the ranch with the boys and the family. And yeah, man.
Yeah, and then we got the the baseball alumni game.
Oh yeah, man, looking forward
You're
to
looking
that.
at manager of Team Thunder, and all right, we've talked about this before. You know, I mean, they're like, "What is your walk up song?" I go, "I didn't have a fucking walk up song. I was concentrating on the pitcher. I care less what fucking music you played." Well, now I ain't got shit going on, so I'm like, I'm Team Thunder. Guess what? Our walk up
AC/DC?
song is fucking Thunderstruck, Jack.
Yeah.
AC/DC.
Hey, and then you can roll that into Deuces Wild by AC/DC too.
I like it. I like it. Freaking awesome.
All right, Thrill. Have fun at the alumni game, and we'll see you next week, man.
We'll see you. We'll see you on Tuesday, and we'll try to do the garage thing. And hey,
Fuck
look,
yeah.
everybody that's in the audience right now, y'all fucking get some goddamn questions. All right, if I'm gonna break out my A game swing, y'all better get some goddamn questions going.
Believe it. Now we have one thing for left here for all those people.
Yes, by the way, we do.
See ya!